Okay, because you guys can't fend for yourselves. You're vulnerable for the 9 months that you carry a baby, so therefore we must produce and protect you. This is why women look for men that are stronger, more capable, smarter, earn more income. Your entire attraction strategy and your mating strategy is predicated on finding someone superior to you to protect you. Yeah. And that is because you hold children. That is your main agency. Now, if women don't want to accept this, that's fine. But the reality is, we break it down to biological needs. Women really only serve one purpose: to repropagate society through children. That's it. If you guys weren't able to produce children, you guys would be fucking useless.
Yeah. Myron Gaines obliterates these modern women's delusional mindset in this heated debate as Myron Gaines drops the hard truth on these feminists that they absolutely hate to hear, which is they are actually completely dependent on men, and that their real value is not being an independent woman, but a mother. Let's get in.
What I make is that women actually can't survive without men, but men can absolutely survive without women. So it's the other way around.
Isn't it the same point you made that is about strength? If a man is stronger, then he's gonna survive more. Yeah. But are you saying that women are like not needed for anything?
Right. So I agree with you. I agree with everything you're saying, but I do believe that men and women have different roles.
Yeah.
And yes, what you're saying is true because biologically speaking, men were created to lead. They were created to protect and provide, like you said, and women were created for different aspects, right? Like nurturing, taking care of a home, making a meal, whatever the man provides, the woman multiplies, right? Mm-hmm. So I believe that, yes, what you're saying is absolutely true, but you can't compare one with the other because we both have different roles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she made the specification saying that men need women to survive. That's not true.
Yeah. Well, I think we need each other.
We don't even need you guys.
Okay.
You don't.
Well, that I can agree with.
Because, ladies, are you aware of the fact that, like, all of human infrastructure, lights, energy, everything else, it's run by men.
Sewage.
Right,
90% of the infrastructure of the first world is run by men. Women don't go into these jobs of sanitation, electricity,
but
creating power.
You're talking about a grown adult, okay? Hold on. Let me make a point. You're talking about a grown adult. What happens when a man or a boy is raised without a mother? What type of man does he grow up to be? So you do need a woman to raise a kid, a child.
Well, if we're going to be honest here, single fathers actually do better than single mothers.
Not always.
But the
majority of the times they do.
What are the statistics on that?
Comes from the book, The Rational Male Religion, where he basically breaks this down. Single fathers end up producing more, productive children that don't become criminals, drug addicts, and all the other degenerative stuff.
Most of the guys are in jail right now, they were raised without a father.
They might not get the same love, but they absolutely end up becoming better members of society.
Yeah. Well, yes, I mean, having a father is absolutely important because a father is what gives a child identity.
Structure.
So, yes, so if a child grows up without a father, then they lack identity, and that's why they get lost, and that's why they go into things that they shouldn't go into. But it doesn't mean that...
Okay, let me just say what everyone is thinking, that everyone is scared to tell women. You guys are only really useful for reproduction, nothing else, okay? I'm going to be very honest here. If it weren't for reproduction, no one would give a fuck about women, being honest. Because everything you guys can do, we can do better. It's really only reproduction that makes you guys valuable. Okay, because you guys can't fend for yourselves. You're vulnerable for the 9 months that you carry a baby, so therefore we must produce and protect you. This is why women look for men that are stronger, more capable, smarter, earn more income. Your entire attraction strategy and your mating strategy is predicated on finding someone superior to you to protect you. Yeah. And that is because you hold children. That is your main agency. Now, if women don't want to accept this, that's fine. But the reality is, we break it down to biological needs. Women really only serve one purpose: to repropagate society through children. That's it. If you guys weren't able to produce children, you guys would be fucking useless.
Yeah. Now, we all know that these feminists absolutely don't want to hear what Myron Gaines is saying, but he is 100% true. There's never been a woman-ran civilization, society, company, anything that's worked and thrived and grown, ever. It has literally never happened in all of human history. So the whole idea that women can do it on their own, it's a lie. It's a theory. It's a made-up fantasy, and you literally don't have a single moment in time that you can show otherwise. But this is why women need to be protected. This is why women need to be looked after. This is why women need leadership. I'm not saying let them, go to the wolves or anything like that, but this is why we always had a male-dominated society that looked after and provided and protected for women, because they literally can't do it. So if we want the species to continue, us as men, are required to do this. If we want all of us to live, we have to do this because they can't do it on their own. But other than that, like if they didn't have a vagina, I mean, we wouldn't have a need. Like if we were asexual and we just made eggs or something like that, we would not need females at all. So yeah, they would just kind of go the way of the dinosaurs. But hit that like button if you're enjoying the video. It really helps the algorithm. I appreciate it. And let's get back in.
I mean,
But that's if you only
they dumped
care
their man
about
because the man was weak.
Because men have to actually
Right?
men have to provide value to society in other ways besides because this is the thing with women. When you guys look for a man, you don't look for just him being attractive. You want to be a certain height, certain amount of income,
Money.
certain competence, status.
Masculine.
All of this stuff matters. So in other words, if we're failing in one thing, let's say the guy's ugly,
Yeah.
he could make up for it
Shop fresh.
by being tall enough. He could make up for it by having money. But if you don't have a vagina and you can't have kids, you're fucking useless.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that's if you
This
only
is
look.
crazy.
How many of you guys have you had to
everybody-
keep a guy around without sex? Yeah, okay.
Everybody looks for a different
single, you're
thing
single, though.
in relationships,
single.
though.
Yeah. But
And the
I
thing
have,
is like
I
no
have
one
healthy relationships with
no
men.
one wants to tell
Healthy
women the
relationships
truth.
with us.
No one wants to tell women the truth that, honestly speaking, outside of sex, you guys are fairly useless.
I feel like that's your personal checklist. That's what you feel like.
Do you not make a living off of what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I also
Gotcha, bitch.
have love.
Love,
You do understand that your entire industry is predicated off what I just said.
they jack
Right.
off to your photos
Yeah, I'm not
and
saying
videos.
you're wrong. I'm
Miss
not
Foursome.
saying you're lying. I'm not saying you're the only one either.
What?
But it's just like speaking like that, like
Yeah,
no,
you're just talking, bro.
everybody just wants to impregnate you and nothing else. Women are valuable in other ways. If you don't see it, that's okay. But
Okay,
that's not everybody's
So what other
opinion.
way outside of having babies then?
Well, the nurturing part. If you only care
Outside of babies.
right? I'm not talking about the baby. If you only care about building and like getting money and stuff like that, all
But who
right.
teaches you how to build?
Men.
Well, if you
Your
care
teachers-
about,
all your
I don't
teachers
know,
were
a
men.
hug after
Yes.
a long day of work or a
men can do
meal.
all that.
Never had
Or
a
all
female
that.
teacher.
About what?
Anything.
Yeah, but
Math, science,
what he's
reading.
saying, men can do it also too, but better. Because we actually have to make money off of these things. We can't just be pretty and say, you know what, I'm done teaching. I'm just gonna go and find a husband and have a good life. Because most of the girls that you probably teach right now, they into degrees, for you know what, they stop what they're doing and they fucking get into families. So men have to use a degree to make money. Because if we're broke, you guys won't date us. So we
That's
have to make
true.
shit happen.
But women have degrees too.
I know, but they don't use it after they finish. Like, if they get bored or if they think times it's tough, they just fucking quit and just get into a family
That's not
relationship.
everybody.
All right, first of all,
everybody.
you quit sports, you quit sports.
You can't.
Y'all
You
single.
can't use me
You know
as
what
an
I'm saying? It's
example.
like-
But you can't use me as an example because I quit for a good reason. I can't explain that to you.
You don't work, you're Miami. Like, you know, it's like,
I don't work because I'm trying to
Like, how do you
graduate.
make your money? How are you traveling? Who's paying for
I'm not
this?
working because I'm trying to get into PA school. So what are you talking about?
No, it doesn't matter. Like, you're here
Yes,
right
it
now in
does.
Miami, though.
Okay.
Like, I couldn't be out broke and on a
but
podcast.
who said I'm broke?
Okay, so how you make money?
That doesn't matter.
Okay. you
It's
don't
no
wanna
one's
tell me.
business.
Let me know down below what you think, but I'm going to guess this woman is probably an OnlyFans girl. If she had a simple job, it would be no problem to just answer, oh, I work here or there. But if it's none of your business, you're probably doing something that obviously you don't want the public to know about. But Myron Gaines is spitting simple facts. If you didn't have a vagina, you didn't have tits and an ass, like no guy would ever really deal with you, ever. I mean, maybe a few simps out there, I don't know, but the other 99% of guys otherwise wouldn't. But that's what forces the interaction between male and female. We each need each other in order to keep the whole system going. But real value? No, that's men. We're the ones holding all of this together so you can come on a podcast and trash men at the same time. But folks, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think, folks, about what Myron Gaines had to say, obliterating these delusional feminist mindset in this clip. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.